Hey guys, what's going on? So today we are talking about the changes that are coming soon to some Astromons. They say if everything goes according to plan, these changes will take effect in the next maintenance. So I guess we'll have to see for that. Firstly, we're going to talk about the natural 5-star monsters. Most of them are just getting a buff to a stat, attack, defense, or recovery. So there's honestly not too much to say here. I'm just going to throw up the image and you can pause the video and look at it yourself. But I am going to talk about a few of them, a few of the special ones that aren't just getting a stat boost. One of the really notable changes is Light Persephone's 3-star skill will now restore 20% of allies' SP instead of only 10% like it was before. I don't think any other Astromon can do that. And 20% is a pretty big chunk. So I think she'll be very, very up for Astromon League now. So if you are lucky enough to have one, congratulations. She's even more awesome than she was before. Dark Valkyrie got a small buff to her 5-star skill, increasing the chance to silence the enemy, 20% more chance. And I'm really happy about the change to Light Valkyrie. I do happen to have one, but without a square slot, so this increased critical hit damage by 50% wasn't very useful for me. I wasn't criticaling that often. I only had about 40% crit rate, but that's being changed to just straight increase attack by 40%. I don't think that's as strong as increased damage by 40%. I know there are like two different skills for that, but I think it's definitely better than crit damage with someone you're not going on crit rate for. So I'm really happy about that change. Also, it looks like Light Shiva is getting a huge buff to the HP stat. It'll be 25% higher, it says. HP stat increase around 25%. That is a huge buff, and I can imagine it's like that because a lot of people I think are stopping at Light Anu because of his defense break. He's an awesome defense breaker, but maybe with the fact he's getting this huge buff to HP and the fact HP aggressors are going to be buffed as a whole as well, he may be a very much more interesting thing to go for. But yeah, that's about it for the natural 5 stars. Rest just got adjustments to their stats. Mostly recovery is going down and attack or defense is going up. If a stat does go down, it's usually recovery, because, you know, who cares about recovery? Next, we have the Light Dark Astromons. A few of them have been changed as well. Dark Siren no longer needs to land a critical to heal the allies' HP by 10%, so I think that's really awesome. Healers that need crit always kind of turned me off, like Fire Kira, I believe she needs crit also, and I don't really like that. So if Siren ever finally comes to Rebirth, I think she'll be definitely up there with Light Siren, because I know Light Siren is also really good. Dark Banshee's 5-star skill also got changed, and it honestly looks pretty good. It's a 100% chance to put target to sleep for 1 turn. Banshee is AoE, so that means anyone who doesn't resist is going to go to sleep. Just make sure to use her last. I'm thinking more Astromon League for this type of unit. And it would be like a 100% AoE stun, which is pretty damn good. The Light Banshee on her 3-star skill is just getting 10% higher chance to shock. Light Yuki is also getting buffed. Instead of only having a 40% chance to shock on her 3-star skill, she'll now have an 80% chance to shock. So I think that was definitely needed. 80% chance is a very high chance, and shock is the best debuff when it comes to Astromon League. But I definitely also think 40% was way too low, so I'm glad she got a change there. Her 5-star skill though does take a little bit of a hit, because instead of 60% chance, it's now 50% chance. Also, Dark Yuki got a small buff on her 3-star skill from 60 to 80% chance to reduce the target's skill gauge. Dark Vampire got a small buff on his 3-star skill, 10% higher chance to inflict the target with 3 saps. Ooh, actually Light Colton is not looking too bad now. He'll now have 70% chance to reduce the enemy's attack for 2 turns instead of a 100% chance to restore 20% of his own SP. I think that's really awesome because we definitely do need more attack breakers. Dark Colton also not looking too bad with 70% chance to reduce the enemy's defense for 2 turns. So I think that's really nice. The Coltes maybe won't be so bad to get them in a light. Well, yeah, it'll still be bad, you know, always hoping for 4 stars or maybe even a 5-star. But yeah, definitely worth thinking about raising now. The Firewater and Light Pants have also been changed, buffed. Actually, the Water Pant actually doesn't need to land a critical anymore to put the enemy to sleep. It's just 100% chance. That's actually pretty cool. Sleep is a good debuff when you're controlling your own units. Just make sure not to hit them again after they're put to sleep. Fire Pant's 3-star skill also got a 20% buff, just reduced target skill gauge, 10%. Who really cares about that? I guess that is 3rd Thirst. And Thirst can be somewhat useful in Astromon League, so it's not bad. And as Light Pants is just a HP aggressor, then she'll just get a straight buff. I guess we're going to be talking more about that a little bit later, because it seems like all HP aggressors are going to get buffed, or rather just the skill is going to be more effective. It'll do more. And I think that's really good because defense aggressors were definitely taking the spotlight in aggression. And so bringing them closer together in terms of usefulness, I think that is important. And now we're moving on to the capturable units. Definitely by far the most notable one is this freaking wood Mushi here. Critical hits now will have a 100% chance to restore his own SP by 100%. This means after every single attack, he will have a full SP bar, unless he's doing his active skill, of course. That's freaking insane. I mean, he was definitely a good farmable Astromon when he only had 50% SP restoration, and now he'll have 100%. That is freaking crazy. Definitely one of the best farmable units now, in my opinion. And as far as I remember, he also has the Hunter skill on his 5-star, increasing critical damage by 50%. So, freaking op 2-star unit. And of course, the Fire Mushi is also changed, but of course he pales in comparison. 60% chance to inflict the target with 2 sap damages instead of 40%. Who cares about that? Wood Mushi all the way. Fire Molar's 3-star skill is being changed to 60% chance to reduce the enemy's attack, so I think that's pretty cool. Again, we definitely need more attack breakers, so that can definitely be a thing. Here are the rest of the Molars. Not going to go over them because they're not really too interesting in my opinion. Gup, also not very interesting. I'm going to skip him. All the Phibians are also getting changed, starting with their leader skill, which is now going to be increase attack at clan battle by 30%, which is nice. Can never have too many attack leads, and his leader skill before was pretty useless. Increase blue soul recovery of ally fire Astromon, so the element of which Phibian is. Of course, I haven't really tested too much with that leader skill, so I can't really say it's horrible or useless, but it just doesn't really seem like it does much. I have tried my Fire Wild thing as lead for that same skill, and I just didn't notice much of a difference, so I don't know. But I haven't done enough testing, so I can't say for sure. Wood Phibian's getting pretty cool also. Instead of 50% chance to reduce the enemy's defense for 2 turns, it'll now be 80% for 1 turn. I think that's better because 50% chance is quite low, but I mean, if it does land, it's for 2 turns then. But even so, I'd rather have that slightly more guaranteed 1 turn defense down. Unfortunately, his 5-star skill is getting nerfed a bit, taking away 10% chance to reduce the enemy's defense for 2 turns. But I think it's a decent trade-off. He still will be a pure defense breaker, and that's fine. Water Phibian is just getting the leader skill change. Fire Miho also getting quite a bit better. Instead of 1 turn attack down, it's now 2 turns attack down. Still 60% chance, which is a little bit on the low side, but definitely a huge buff there for those that are using Fire Miho. Also, Water Miho is looking pretty good on her 3-star skill also. 2 sap damages for 1 turn, 100% chance. So when the Clan Titans can start being affected with sap, she'll definitely be a viable option. And yeah, that's it for the capturable Astromons. There's honestly not too much to say anymore. We can take a look at this little graph here. Here are all of the HP aggressors. They are apparently getting buffed, because HP aggression is getting buffed as far as I could tell. Also, the shields on Fire Kira, Dark Hannah, and Light Siren are getting changed. I'm not sure exactly what that means. It says shield balancing Astromon, so I'm not sure if they'll make them stronger or weaker. But yeah, regardless, hopefully we can see HP aggressors becoming more useful now, just like we can see sappers becoming more useful when the Clan Titans are going to start getting hit by it or being affected by it. That'll be good to see. But yeah, that's about it for the changes. Personally, I think I'm gonna start raising a Wood Mushi pretty damn soon now. He seems very cool. Looking forward to my Light Valk's better 5-star skill, better for me at least. And yeah, all around it seems like most Astromons are only getting better. Actually, all of them, I would say. Some 5-star skills do have a lower chance than before, but the 3-star skills with the much higher chance, I think, make up for it. So it kind of balances it out. Tell me what you guys think about these changes in the comments below. Also, make sure to drop a like if you did enjoy. I would really appreciate it. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.